Okay, thank you so much, Yoriko. Thank you so much for the effort that you put into all this. Because I guess it doesn't just take a little time, it takes a lot of time and the planning and all that. So I'm hoping that we have everybody can hear me clearly. And if you have something that you would like to comment, um, you can put, if you have a question, you can put a Q in front of the question so that I'll be able to come back to it and address it. And as we start, maybe everybody can just put up where you're located in the chat board so we can know where you are sitting at or standing. Welcome very much. I'm sitting in Surrey, BC. It was supposed to be raining, but it's a beautiful day, and so I'm glad. I'm happy. Yeah, I see we are in, oh wow, everywhere, a lot in Canada, UBC, Ottawa, Alberta, Essex, Laval, Saskatoon, Richmond, Victoria. Wow, welcome, welcome. Good. And from Washington, that's nice to have this platform that we can meet everybody from everywhere as we sit in our houses. So, what I normally do, because I like to keep it kind of organized for my sake and hopefully for your sake as well, I do a little PowerPoint presentation where I show you, because most of the artisans actually are not here with me. I'm able to show you their pictures. I'm able to show you what they're doing. And so if you don't mind, without too much delay, I will go on and show you the PowerPoint. And my name, as I said, is Lois, and I am situated in Surrey, BC, originally from Kenya. We moved here in 2008. Wow, where did time go? I was looking at my little guy. He's 4 years old. When we moved here, our third born was 4. Now he's tall and over he's taller than me. And that's where 13 years has gone. That's been fast. So yeah, we've lived here for that long. I can't believe it. So let me share my screen because it will bring out the story. And if you have a question, put a Q and I'll come back to it. I'll look at the chat pod after. And there we go. I'll share my screen. I changed up a few things on my presentation because I realized I have had some people from the beginning. Yeah. And so these are baskets that just arrived on Monday. Can you believe that? So what happened was I started speaking to the ladies who weave the baskets as far back as January. Let's do this. Let's add colors. Spring is coming. Let's add spring colors. Let's make some blues. Let's make some pinks. We were excited, and by the end of March, we finished and put the consignment together, and waited. It got to Paris on the 31st of March. The shipment got to Paris using Air France. That's the cheaper way of doing it and faster. And once they got to Paris, they got stuck. And nothing is happening. They're supposed to leave on the Saturday. That Saturday comes and goes. The next Saturday comes and goes. The next Saturday comes and goes. And the weavers are interesting ladies. They're asking me, have the baskets arrived? Have you sold? I'm making this one. I'm like, stop. We have to wait until I receive what you have made, and then we can go on. But I guess, we can wait for each other. So on Monday was when I got the call from Vancouver, from Menzies. You can come and clear your shipment. Oh, I rushed there so fast. I told my daughter, let's meet, because there were 14 boxes, with baskets and a few spoons. And so we met at Menzies. And if you watch, if you're on Instagram, you can see us. She has a little reel there that she tells the story, what happens, how we go and clear the shipment. So much excitement. Oh my, you should see when they arrive home. Even my little guy is jumping and saying, the baskets have come. The baskets have come. It's exciting. Okay, anyway, that's just a little introduction. And so my grandmother, Lois, I was named after her. I was born in a rural town in Kenya called Kitui. And following the tradition in the region, I was named after my paternal grandmother, my dad's mother, and she's Lois, and so I was named after her. And she was widowed at a very young age, and she raised 6 children on her own. And her source of income was weaving baskets or buying and selling beans and maize and different crops at the market. So she was a big inspiration for me when I realized, she was able to do so much on her own. I'm not widowed. My husband is still the main breadwinner, but I like to supplement the income. So that's what I'm doing. And so she's still alive. She's about 100 now. She's not young, but she is still quite strong mentally. So unfortunately, she broke a leg, and so she can't move. She was supposed to stay in a cast for 3 months. And my grandma decided, you know what? I'm old and I'm tired. And she removed the cast herself. So that did not help her healing. And so now she's a bit immobilized, but she talks and she directs everything around herself from a seated position. Yeah. And so the mission, the reason behind Boostani is because I realized I come from a place where there's a lot happening, and yet they do not have the same kind of platform that we have. Now, just giving you a little bit of background, Kenya in the 70s and 80s had running industries. We made our own blankets. We had cotton trees, and we had a textile industry. But then came the 90s and all this died, and we started getting in a lot of imports. It was cheaper to import than for us to run our own industries. And maybe our leaders did not realize that that was not going to be for the good of the country in the long run. So that died. But the artisans, it's a handcraft. So they decided, no, we are not going to let go of our craft. And the women continued to weave. I have to mention that Kitui is almost the Osoyos of, Canada, Osoyos in Kenya. It's dry. When it rains, it becomes very green and nice, but it's dry. Sisal, which is what the women use for weaving the baskets, grows very readily in that kind of situation. So they harvest it and they come together and they weave the baskets. And so they tend to sell to the tourists a lot. And now that has kind of died down because of COVID, but they are excited. They still have Lois and a few others who import baskets and sell them out of the country. So that became my growing vision, that I want to support them. I want to help them to feel, we can continue weaving. We don't have to forget about our beautiful craft, because we have a hope that even if it takes long, eventually Lois sells and others sell and get back to us, and we can continue weaving. That's what the women do. They weave the baskets, and the men make the animals. They're into crafts that are more to do with wood and stone. I'll show you what I have. I have a bit of a surprise when I'm done with telling you the formal bit of my presentation. And So on Monday, before I got to know that my shipment had arrived, I had an inspiration and told the women, can you send me pictures that are more up to date with you guys weaving? And some of them might not be that clear, but you can see. Now, the lady here, if you can see my cursor, she is Christine. She's the one who we coordinate with for this group, this village. So Christine gets together a group of women. This was just 9 of them. Yes, this was just 9 of them. But when I tell her I need baskets and I need baskets like this, they come in donkey loads. People bringing their baskets to come and sell to this lady in Canada. So she took this picture and sent it to me on Monday, and then the baskets arrived. She's been a great strength for me. When I tell her the baskets haven't arrived, she'll get to praying and telling me, Lois, those baskets are going to be there. We can't, it can't fail. So she's been a great strength. So that's Christine. She's in charge of that group. And I have a little video clip there with, I have told this before, but this was a mother who was holding her little child. So it's something that you do as you walk. You should meet them walking on the roadside, and they're weaving their baskets and they're happy. Yeah, yeah. So I have some of those baskets here, and some of them have sold because this was October. The video clip was October, but the other picture there was just this Monday. And then this is a different village. Here I have 2 villages represented. So in this one, I have a lady who does the bigger, huger baskets. The Christians group do small to medium. And then I have Jennifer's group where they do the huge baskets, though what they have there is not that huge. And then in the middle here is my auntie. So my auntie is in her colorful dress, and I always joke and say that I come from a place where color is really appreciated. We are not shy to wear color. So I was so glad that she decided to wear that colorful dress so that I can be able to show what we do. She's an elementary school teacher, not highly paid, but she likes to supplement her income with weaving. So she's weaving, and she weaves in partnership with this other lady, and they were sitting outside the house weaving. One of them is weaving and one of them is posing, but she weaves a lot of baskets. So when you see in my website the baskets with some yarn, those tend to be from my auntie and from her group of weavers. There's another one who's not here. And then on the side of it all, those are the bigger baskets. So yeah, a lot of excitement. So fortunately, where they are right now, they do not have to wear their masks. Fortunately, where they are, so Kenya, Nairobi has had a big hit by COVID. So Nairobi is kind of closed down, but the villages, a lot of them are fresh air, and they've not had a lot of trouble with COVID, fortunately. Then here I show the basket weaving process, and I'll show you the sisal. I have some sisal right here with me. Once I'm done with presenting, I'll show you the sisal, but it's a succulent plant which grows and was used traditionally for hedging the farms. So to keep away your goats from going to your neighbor's farm and eating the crops, because the sisal has a thorn at the tip. So that thorn would keep the animals away. And it's really easy to grow sisal because sisal grows, and at the end of it, it always has a baby. A lot of babies. So as they fall, if you do not watch where they fall, you start having a forest of sisal. So you just have to kind of keep it in line. As you see on the bottom picture there, you just keep it trimmed or in line so that it doesn't become a bush of sisal. So they use a tool that is metallic, and I'll just show you. You can see what they are doing, and I watched my grandma doing that a lot. My grandma Lois, I remember going to help her. I did not know that one day I was going to be showing people on a screen how sisal is processed. So first, so it's split using a knife. Yeah, as you can see, we took those pictures in 2019 when we went to Kenya. And so that is how sisal grows. Okay, and it's white. Once it's been processed, it's white in color. And then I move on very quickly to some creative uses that we've found of sisal. And so that has all been shot here. And so we have some people who buy their baskets and stash all their yarn in there. Somebody else is doing a photo shoot there with a nice market basket and has some apple blossoms. Somebody else has their a project in their basket. Somebody has gone for a picnic by the ocean. Yeah, somebody's gone to the market with their basket. So many uses for the baskets. Yeah, and then last year in February, I met up with Ruth, and Ruth had come to visit. She's from Zimbabwe. And so she'd come to visit her daughter, and she found me weaving a basket. And she asked me, "What are you doing?" "I'm weaving a basket." "So how do you do that?" And I showed her what to do. And so we ended up weaving baskets together. And so that was my first student. And I keep saying I'm going to put together a video. I actually started as I was waiting for my baskets. I started putting together a video to show how it's done. But now all that has been overtaken with my house full of baskets, because I have over 300 baskets in my house. So don't ask where they are. They're under tables and they're at the stairs. They're everywhere. But anyway, that was our first project, my first student. So my auntie who I showed you taught me how to weave in 2019 August. We did it on a Thursday, no, Friday, Saturday, and I kind of caught on, took a few videos, came back to Canada, started my own weaving, and I got my first student. She wove some baskets, and you can see our first project there. And that was that. So what I do is I realize here, my excitement with color is not appreciated as well, because it might not be, maybe people approach color differently. And so what I decided to do was get a lot of neutrals, get a lot of neutral baskets. So some of those are on the website, the beiges and the yellows. I love yellow. I love yellow, I have to confess. I do. And so I always will have some yellow baskets. When I started out buying baskets, my first yellow basket, my husband looked at me and asked me, "Why did you bring a yellow basket?" Because we are from two different tribes. I'm from the eastern part of Kenya, where we love color. We love vibrant color. And he's from the west, where they like the muted colors. He won't have the yellow. He will have the blues, the beiges, the grays. And I wanted to have some excitement. So I brought the yellow baskets, and they sold so fast. I told him, "You see, I seem to be in the right vein of things." So I'll always have yellow baskets on my website. You'll find them there. And orange. My maids at my wedding wore orange. Can you believe that? Because I love orange so much, I made them wear orange, and they looked good. They looked very good. One of these days I should have a picture showing them so that you can see that it looked okay. So we have different tones of orange. So there's the bright orange, there's the mangoey. I call that the mangoey, the mustardy orange. Then there's the rust colored. I group them all together. Then we have the neutral tones. So all those 4 baskets that you see there are on the website, and they all look nice. Actually, I must admit the black and the charcoal as well. They look classic and nice. Yeah. Then there's blue. I'm not so much of a blue person, but I appreciate the teal and the turquoise. And so I have some blues on the website as well. And some are yet to go on the website. So it's all work in progress. Since Monday, my daughter has been shooting all the baskets for me, and then we remove the background for the main picture and then try to put them quickly on the website. So you can see there's a lot of diverse colors. We have the pinks and the orange and the green. We're trying to make it exciting. Yeah. I love those. And if you like a particular basket and you can't find it on the website, you can tell me, and then I can see if we've already shot it. If we haven't shot it, then we'll be going ahead to shoot. Yeah, and those are the grays. I love them all, actually. It's not just the bright colors that I love. I look at them every day and I say, oh, that looks very good. That looks very good, but I can't own them all. And then we have them in different sizes and styles. So there's the nestling. Those ones would be good for your notions, maybe, you know, keeping your notions organized, or keeping your pens and keys and anything, or gifting. Very good for gifting, giving away as gifts as well. Then there are tiny ones that I use for my pens or my scissors, you know. Those are small, they're 4 by 4 inches, so they are not that big. And so I have thought up different uses. A project bag, is it a market bag, is it a beach bag? Do you want to hold your clutter? Do you want to gift? The list is actually endless. And we come on to what the men do. So that's olive wood, and they use their hands or small hand tools to carve out the spoons. So we have coffee spoons, teaspoons, spice. We have salad tossers. We have everything. Yeah, everything is represented there. And then I have a small addition here where we have scarves, and I'm going to do a bit of show here once I'm done with the formal bit. I'm going to show you the scarf that I have and how to wear it. There is so much color. And last but not least, I'll tell you that I'm now active on Instagram. So Boostani Crafts, you can follow along what Boostani is doing on Instagram, Boostani Crafts. As well, I have a newsletter which goes out when there's something happening, so I don't spam anybody. What happens is I realize, oh, I haven't updated people who have gone on my newsletter. So I have a newsletter as well. So every time you get on my website, you're prompted to join the newsletter. So feel free to do that. I really appreciate if I have different ways to communicate. And for the show today, I have Basket Love 18. That's going to be a promo code that is going to be active, and it gives you 18% for your purchase over, was it 50 or 60? I think it was $50 Canadian. You also get free shipping for $25 and above. And yeah, it's going on. And last but not least, yes, it's Basket Love 18. That's the promo code that you use. And that's Jaden, my last born. He is 4 now. We did that that was 2020 February. That's when we did that shot. He's grown a lot. He's a much bigger boy now. Thank you very much. That was a bit more formal. And let me stop sharing and see if there's something I should address before I get to show you my website. where are we? Oh, this looks nice. Okay. Yeah, I work with the artisans directly. Yeah, that's something that they're from my village. Actually, one of them told me, now I know where your dad is from. I was like, oh, good, good. We are right in the village together. Um, when I went to first contact them and ask them if we could get together. Yes, my grandmother is still in Kenya. Yeah, yeah, and she was weaving baskets for a long time. Do I still have the one she wove for me here? I must have moved it to make space for all these things that are around me. But I'll show you my mom's basket. Ah, this was my mom's basket. Somebody wove it for her. She passed away in 2016. Okay, so that is one that was my mom's, and it's part of everything. Okay, I really need a good yarn stash basket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're welcome to. Virtual classes. Yeah. So what I was planning to do was have basket weaving classes, and it's still not out of the horizon. It's still somewhere looming. And so I even got my auntie to get for me a big stash of sisal. So this is how the sisal looks like. And then you just start with 8. 8 is the beginning of all your basket. Can you imagine? Just 8 of them, and then you keep increasing as you go along. So that's how sisal looks like. That's the natural color of sisal. Okay, so I will plan that. Yeah, and yeah, I would like to plan that. Thanks for the interest. And you love color, Karina, looking to find something colorful. Yeah, 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 it's true. So there's a question here. How do you get the colors? You mentioned that it turns white after processing. So this is the color, the natural color. So what they do is there's one marketplace where all artisans, the weavers, seem to bring their baskets. I go to them directly in the village, but then I find that there's some of them who take theirs to, it's called Kariakor. So if you happen to go to Nairobi, you would find Kariakor. So you'll find a lot of the ladies get together and send their baskets to Kariakor. So in Kariakor, there's one shop where they sell, it's called basic dye. So the basic dye is what they use. So they buy different shades. So I tell them I'm looking for blue, and it will never be the same because they might find, oh, I mixed this one and I mixed too much, and so it comes out darker, or I mixed too little, and let me add a little bit of green and see if I can get that turquoise she's asking for. So then they boil it in a big pot of water. They boil it and they add salt, and then they rinse. Then they rinse to get the residue out. Okay, so yeah, that's how they get it. Are we all eyeing the blue-green basket? Which one on the top shelf? Aha, I have several like that, yeah? I have several like that. Maybe they're not yet all on the website, but I have several like that. I'll hold it up. Let me just go through the questions, and then I'll hold it up and show it closer. Blue, the pink, blue, yellow spoke to me. Uh-huh. Eureka, yellow is not your color, but it spoke to you. Oh, good, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for putting my website out. What size basket is Jaden on? Now, Jaden was on Jumbo, the large. He was on a Jumbo basket. It's large. Yeah, and I will indeed start the virtual classes. I don't know when yet, but eventually we'll get there. They are not. I keep looking. What is not? Mandy, what is not? You said you keep looking. Yeah, it's not too different from dyeing yarn. Yeah, it's not. It's a big pot. My auntie had sent me a picture of her doing it, and I should incorporate it for future shows to show that. The blue, gray, and yellow one behind me. Yes, that one is not. Because what we did, we started with my daughter taking pictures, and I told her, let me have behind me something that is looking vibrant. And so we agreed that what is behind me might not necessarily be on the website. So I can get your email address and tell you when I put it up. That will be tomorrow. No, Monday. Tomorrow we said we'd take a break. She has already taken so many pictures. I will announce it once I have it up. So what I wanted to do next was show the website, but I think you've already seen it. Where is the website? Is it? No, that's me hard at work, sorry. Okay. So actually you're the first group, you're the first people to see that heart-shaped little bowl. I got one of the artisans to carve that for me. It comes with a little spoon, and I just added it on the website yesterday. I thought, Mother's Day is coming. Who knows? Maybe somebody can give that to their mom or give it to themselves. We are all mothers, yeah? A lot of us are mothers. So I wanted to share my website, and I think I got it now. And what I have is I have categorized them into the large jumbo basket, like the one Jaden was jumping in. Those tend to be 14, 15 inches in depth and wide, yeah? So they're huge, they're big. Then the next size is the safari size, the medium size. Now, safari is a Swahili word. In Kenya, we speak some Swahili. On the street a lot, we speak Swahili, actually, not some Swahili, we speak Swahili. And so the safari is a word for a journey. So it's an easy size to take with you when you're carrying a few things or to the market. Traditionally, they're used a lot to the market. So the medium size tends to be 12 inches or 13, but more 12 by 12. But you see, the ladies I work with at times don't have a tape measure. So they just eye it and say, okay, that's the 12 she wants. I hope I get there, you know. So at times it's 11.5, it's 12, it's 13, but it's 12. It's supposed to be 12 and 12 and a half. So the sizes might be a bit different. Then the Rafiki size, Rafiki is a friend, so that's much smaller. It's a hand size, a handbag size. It's 10 by 10. And that's the size that I'm getting the gift from. So whoever wins the gift is going to go into the Rafiki basket and select the one that they want, and we will ship it out. And then the mixed upcycled yarn and sisal. These ones have sisal. The white bit is sisal, and then the black or the red or whatever color, there's some with some orange or pink, that's going to be upcycled yarn. And then these ones are more upcycled yarn. They're softer. So my auntie makes those, and that's what I also make. And then the planter baskets, there you're going to find mainly sisal ones, but I have a few that have a mixture of yarn as well. And so that's the website. And then I'll stop sharing and I will demonstrate. I'll carry the baskets for you to see. So I'm short. I am about 5 feet. I like telling my kids that I'm 5 feet, but in reality, I'm a little shorter. But yeah, I'm 4'11", but I like to say I'm 5 feet. It feels more, you know, like I'm bigger. So let me start with the Rafiki size. So the Rafiki size, if it has shoulder handles, that will be the size. That's how it will look like. My arms are big, so they might hide a lot of the basket, yeah? But that's how, what the Rafiki size is like. Then, this is still Rafiki, but it has a mixture of yarn and sisal. And the leather straps, a lot of it is almost I don't want to call scrap, but it's almost remnant leather, so that it can be not too expensive and we don't want to throw away. So at times you might find a small scar on the leather, and we try to make sure it's not where the leather is going bad, but where maybe the animal had run into something and then it healed. But then here we go. Some of them would have that, but I try to, the girls who help me with making sure that the leather is put, try to make sure that it's not too scarred up. So it's leather, it's durable. Okay. And I wanted to show you that some of them have a lining. So we try to tell you where there's a lining and take a picture of it. And this one even has a zip. So it closes. Wow, okay. It has a zip. It closes up, so your goodies won't spill out if it's your handbag, yeah? And then the back, it's got buckle, it's got extendable handles where you can buckle up or buckle down. I don't know if you can see. Okay, and I love that color. Oh, don't I like bright colors? Okay. Oops, let me go down. I wanted to show you this one has a closure, and the closure is, it doesn't have a lining or anything. It's still the Rafiki size. It has a small closure like that. I love that color. It turned out very good. Very springy, I think. Okay, and then still in the Rafiki size, this was something that we decided to design a little differently. So these have an open weave. These baskets have an open weave. So before, this is how they are traditionally. And so you can see your vegetables in there. Oh yes, I didn't forget the tomatoes. I didn't forget the bananas, I can see them. So we decided to incorporate as well a few of them with a lining, a simple polyester lining, so that, for those people who feel, oh my, something might fall out, so, and then these ones even have a leather strap, and these ones have a sisal strap. So I feel these are very vegan. There are people who are very keen. I have some customers who tell me, oh, I'll take it with leather. I want it just to have, to be fully sisal, fully veggie. So we have those two diversities, the open weave. Those are included in the Rafiki ones as well. That's the Rafiki size. But with time, I'm going to change and have open weave section because I have quite a few baskets. And then these are the small ones, very tiny. My little guy will demonstrate one of these. He'll hold a small one and I'll hold a bigger one. Then let's imagine we're doing blueberry picking. Yeah. Then, oh, I'm going to fall right here. Then this is the safari size. I love this color. So I might end up owning all of them. You find me in Costco with this one and the next time with the other. Now this is the Rafiki size. So you can see it's still comfortable to carry. Yeah, with a shoulder strap, and it has a closure, no lining, but very well done. So this was from Jennifer's group. So remember I told you there was Jennifer and there was Christine. So this was from Jennifer's group. And this is from the jumbo. So that's about 14 inches. Oh, that's big. And it has an extendable, wearable strap. So look at that. So if you decide, so what would happen is I was growing up in the village and you go to the garden to harvest and you're harvesting your cow pigeon peas. The pigeon peas grow to about this level, you know, and so you're pulling them into your basket. It's right in front of you. Then as you go home, you push it at the back and you walk home. Jumbo would be perfect for, yes, gardening and for your stashes, yeah. And then you can remove, if you want to use it as a planter, you're tired of moving around with it and anything, you can just remove your straps and use it as a planter. So that's the jumbo size. Now I have said I'll show you this one closely so that you can see. Oh, and inside the basket is a basket. There's so many, so right now they're carrying each other. But that's the exciting multicolored one. I like I don't know, what color is that? Is it green? Is it turquoise? What is it? I have that nightmare when I'm naming them, when I'm writing down the color. I think, oh my goodness, what color should I call this one? At times I just write straight. I do not bother to give every detail. Then I don't know if anybody has anything to do with Uganda, but my husband told me that looks like the Ugandan flag. If you know, Uganda is a country next to Kenya. I said, oh, okay. I do not know if the weaver was thinking of Uganda, but you know, they can tell a lot of stories that way. Then these ones are beaded. They have their nesting, and they have beads. I love yellow as usual. Then there we go. This is more green than the other one. So on the camera, for me, it's showing like they're both the same color, but they're not. This is more of a turquoisey, and this is more of a teal. Okay, maybe. Okay, then, yeah, that's a bigger version of that's a bigger one of that same color. So, yeah. Then what else do I have? I have something exciting that we decided to try, and that was to make backpacks. We've not yet put them up on the website, but we decided to do a few. It could just be 8 or so backpacks. Look at that. I love them. I love them. Yeah. So we'll demonstrate those and put them out. Yeah. Yeah. If you can see. Yeah. So it has lining inside. It's a bit deep. So this, I had told her to make this 10 by 12. So it's a bit long. And it's not that, I didn't measure to see how she managed Christine. That was Christine's group. So she told me she would do that. So let me see, I never measured and see, oh yeah, she made it 14. So it's quite tall. It's not too tall, but I think I like it. I like the size very much. I like the size very much. And the straps are adjustable. This is at the tallest it can get. Then you can adjust it up a little bit with some holes, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's very nice. Let me see. Big strong arms. Yeah, my arms are big and strong. And my kids like to touch them. So I say, okay, they're playing, they're squishing I was looking at the white and pink one on the site in the middle shell. This one, I think it's there. It's there. It's on the, let me see. Let me just go up. It's a jumbo. It's a jumbo. Let me just double check because, yes, it is. It's a jumbo. That's there. So beautiful. What else now? Have I told you everything? Have I shown you the gray one? That's the gray one. They added a bit of frills. Okay. Right. I'll show you the backpack. And there's a smaller backpack. So it's not all the big one. There's a smaller one. With this one has a black lining. And they have ties so that you pull and it comes closer, and closes. And then you can lap it and secure it, yeah? And then, what else? I was to show you how to wear the scarves. So those scarves, that's a yellow one. And the beads come at the front. And then you twist it at the back. And here it comes. Yeah, there you go. Okay. That's it. Yeah. What else did I plan to show you guys? There's so much, so many baskets. If we're to walk through my house, it's a competition of who steps where, yeah? So that's all good. Now, Jaden, the 4-year-old, asks me, why do we have all these baskets? I tell him so they can get new homes. So when a basket is bought and I'm putting it together, he says it's off to its new home, you know. So that's how it is here. And my bingo word is weavers. I think that was my bingo word. Ah, the code is not working. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let me see. Let me see. So anything over $50 should work with Basket Love 18. And so I'll share my screen and let's try it. Let's see if it's not working. Then I can wonder if I didn't do my job properly. Where's my website? There we go. Before Eureka goes on and chooses Weaver.
Sorry, I just wanted to let you know I'm replying. It does work. I just wrote it wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So, wow. Thank you. Thanks a lot for liking them. Yeah, it's a motivation, you know, when I think about the women the other day, I thought, oh my, this is so much work. And then they're already asking me, when do you need the next ones? I thought, oh, I can't stop now. I started it, so I have to keep rolling, yeah. And so, you know, that's how it goes. And I'll be going to farmers markets. I'll be going to Yarrow in Chilliwack. So I'll be trying to see how I can go out and get them to sell. I can see there's a message. What's the code? Let me write it down here. Basket 18. Yeah, Basket Love 18. So hard to decide. That's a good problem to have now that they are nice. Yeah, you can buy 2, 3. Okay, so I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time to listen to me rambling on and on. By the way, behind me, I went to a store in Langley that was structured, something like that. And they had this artificial plant, but this is exactly how sisal looks without the thorns. It does not have thorns on the side. It just has the thorn at the tip, like a big aloe vera plant. Yeah. And then when it's cut, this is how they cut at the base, you know? So I said, I have to buy this. I have to buy this because it looks very good for illustrating during Zoom and even when I do my planter baskets. Yeah, yeah. So that's more of my story. And this was my very first basket. This was the first basket that I wove. A tiny one. So I stash in things. It's becoming my carry-all. Yeah. So Eureka, we'll be going to the Clayton market. I don't do Sunday markets. I do Saturday markets. So yeah, I'll miss that one. I've thought about it, then I thought I wish they could do it on Saturday only, you know, allow me to do Saturday only. What does sisal how does sisal end up white? So once they take it through that tool, that metal tool, the one that looks like this, once it's taken through and the pulp comes out and the top cover comes out, inside it's actually white. It's amazing. I watched it happen. They would just put it through and pull, and what you come out with is white. So that's very original. That's just how it looks like. And then they plate it. Yeah, the plating is a story. The plating is not. It's done on the thigh. They do it on the thigh. The giving it that. So when I went to Kenya in 2019, and I told my auntie that I wanted to learn, she told me you can't. Once you pass a certain age and you didn't start weaving it on your thigh, if you do it now, you'll have a lot of calluses on your thigh. So they have very well toned thighs doing that on their thigh. Yeah. Okay. Now I keep saying, I think somebody's trying to send me a private chat, and maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Because I'm just seeing something pop up. I'm hoping it's just the main chat. Yeah. 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 So that's the story of the basket and the sisal fiber. It's a fiber art that is not common here, but there we go. Thank you, Eureka. I think I'm done so that you can be able to draw and we can know who the winner is and all that exciting stuff. Thank you so much for coming, and hopefully we'll meet again.